Good morning. It's Saturday morning. I literally just climbed out of bed. Well, I guess it's not Saturday morning since I sleep till almost noon. I'm a night person. I don't even go to bed till 4 or 5 in the morning. So it's not actually morning, but it is sunshiny outside. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I've said before, I do my videos on the fly whenever I feel like it, and usually it's kind of right when I climb out of bed. That's usually when I do them. So 90% of the time, you're gonna see me in my pajamas. That's just the way it is. I don't put makeup on. I don't script it. I don't go out of my way to be fake and phony and all that other stupid crap. So it is what it is. You get what you get. That's all there is to it. I don't even care. But anyway, so it's a pretty good day today, and I don't really have a subject. Actually, I've been writing subjects down that I want to. I just finished this little shirt here. Actually, it's not quite finished yet. I just gotta finish sewing this sleeve on, and then do the collar there, and then it comes together right here, and then there'll be like these three big bulky flower thingies that I'm gonna sew on, and so the top part will come apart, and it'll just be held together by three little flowers, and then the bottom will be opened up there. See how the bottom will be like that. So some cute little girl with a little tummy ring there or whatever, little tattoo on her tummy, whatever. It'll be all sexy and show it there and stuff. So yeah, that's my latest little project I've been working on. But anyway, yeah. Oh, this is pretty interesting. Yeah, I've been telling my family and my friends for years about and I think that most people didn't believe me or they thought I was exaggerating or something. But yeah, the Church of Scientology, I swear to God, man, these guys have been stalking me like my whole freaking life. I'm going to be 53 here in a couple weeks, but when I was 18, I took one of their tests and they've been following me like my whole fucking life. I swear. Like, ever since I took that test, every 6 months to a year after that, I would get this little note in the mail, like a little handwritten note. It would just say, "Hey Jennifer, how you doing? Any questions?" And there'd be a phone number. Just be a simple little note like that, always handwritten, always on just like a little piece of note paper that somebody might have sitting around their desk or something, and it's always from a different person. And it'd be every 6 months to a year, I would get one of these. And the thing is when I was younger, I moved around a lot. I never really stayed anywhere more than 6 months or so. And I never turned in change of addresses. But yet, somehow, everywhere I would go, one of these people would find me and send me out a note. "Hey, Jen, how's it doing? How you going? Give us a call. And then when I married my ex-husband, current ex-husband, see, we were together. This would That's another thing. This weekend would have been my 31st anniversary. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But yeah, so when I was with the man for 29 years, 28 years before I left him for the last time, 29 years. And I told him, this was the last straw. I wasn't putting up with any more of his abuse or any of his nonsense. That I loved him very much, but I wanted him to get some counseling. I'd had lots of counseling over the years for my PTSD and my CTE and rape issues and all that other stuff and my anger issues. I've had lots of counseling. And yet no one else in my family has ever gone. And it's like, even if you don't need to go for yourself, if you have someone else that has all these issues like I did, then maybe you might want to try to learn a little something so that, our relationship would be better. I don't know. But no, my husband just, he'd lie to me. And finally, I got sick of the lies and left for the last time when it was our 29th year. And I told him, if you finally decide you love me enough and get some counseling, maybe we could remarry on our 30th anniversary. It'd be really cool. But no, he didn't do it. So anyway, this would have been our 31st anniversary. Back to the Church of Scientology thing. Yeah, so they followed me my whole life, sent me a note every 6 months to a year. I was with Bill for 13 years before I actually married him. And so for the first few years I was with him, I kept getting these notes too. When I got my gas station in Seattle, I leased a gas station called Liberty Number 904. It was on behind the Washington Mutual, the round bank there, and it was on 17th Avenue in Southwest and White Center, more well known as Rat City. Anyway, yeah, when I had my gas station, part of the contract they made me marry Bill. I mean, that's the only reason we got married because I couldn't lease the gas station unless I was married. And I mean, that's just a real pathetic reason to get married, but hey, we did. And so after that, I kind of stopped. I never got any more of their little notes, and I never really thought about it. And then, so I left Bill. I got the restraining order in this May, and I haven't spoken to him since. Um, I've been trying to get on my feet, trying to get a job. It's been 6 months now. I mean, it's really hard when you're with someone for 30 years and abused as much as I was. Like I've said before in other videos, I was a really strong, tough person, and I even used to tell my girlfriends, when they'd have a guy that was just a fucking douchebag, I'd be like, dude, why are you putting up with that? Just leave. There's a billion other dudes in this world. Why would you stay with such an asshole? And so I always thought that, here I am sticking up for girlfriends in situations and whatever. I'm just this tough person. I always stand up to people. I'm, you know, uh, fight with cops, I won't even back down to them. I don't even care, whoever. I don't give a shit, however big they are. What's that old saying? The bigger they are, the harder they fall, you know? And dynamite comes in small packages, dude. So anyway, I've never backed down to anyone, but over the years, he just slowly took my power away. I didn't even see it coming because it happened so slowly over such a long period of time. And then I just woke up one day and my life had been taken from me. I had no power. I was weak and on death's door, and I just decided fuck that shit. I saved myself. I mean, literally, the doctors in Colville had me on death's door between the cops arresting me, beating me, the doctors who are all married or related to these fucking cops. Stop that, cat. You're going to be in trouble. You're the last cat I'm going to have. Goddamn cats are destructive on homes. They really are. I live in this fifth wheel, $35,000 fifth wheel, and this fucking cat wants to be sharpening her claws on my screens and other things, and I'm going to freaking. Last cat I'm ever gonna have. Don't ever want a cat. Love this cat to death, but last one I'm ever having. Anyway, so back to this. The doctors and all them almost killed me. I was on death's door. Like I said, I had been on like 15 different kinds of prescriptions, all this other shit. Nobody gave a crap about me. Cops harassing me all the time. I was contacting everybody I could to get help. I contacted Christine Gregoire's office, who was at the time the governor. I contacted them all, telling them how the cops were treating me, how the hospital was throwing me out in the street, how I couldn't get any medical care anywhere in Stevens County, all this shit that was happening. And Christine Gregoire's office, all they did was one time they sent the cops to my house to do a welfare check. And the person that I had spoken to in her office says, "Oh, well, I grew up in Colville and I know all those people and they're wonderful people. They would never do the things that you said they did." So she basically called me a liar and said that I must have been suicidal or something, and sent the cops to my house to do a fucking welfare check. No, I was trying to get help against the goddamn corrupt sons of bitches. I called Patty Murray's office. Patty Murray, oh my God, that woman is about as worthless as fuck. She doesn't give a crap about one single citizen at all. She doesn't care about anything. She don't care about women. Like that stupid little commercial she just done about the Native American woman, all standing up there saying how great Patty Murray is, and how she fights for women's rights, blah fucking blah. No, she doesn't. She just found some little squaw bitch who would turn against her own people and make that stupid fucking commercial. She's a disgrace to the Native Americans and to women alike. How dare her stand up for that Patty Murray and make that fucking lying ass fake commercial? Patty Murray doesn't give a shit about anything or anybody but her own political career. Plain and simple. Same for my frickin' representatives, Shelley Short and who's that other asshole, Joel Kretz. I contacted both those. They're supposed to be my representatives. Motherfuckers wouldn't even call me back. Didn't even return my calls. I mean, politicians are fucking worthless as hell. So anyway, so I'm on death's door, almost die. The doctors, my doctor in Colville just cuts me off cold turkey out of the blue because she says, "Oh, I don't think you like me anymore. You should find another doctor." Bullshit. She'd been trying to find a way to get rid of me for ever since she found out about my fighting with the cops and other things, and what had happened at Northeast Medical Group when I got in my car accident, and I told them they should apologize, so they fired me as a patient because I said they should apologize. Go to Dr. Johnstone in Chihuahua, and all she does is get me addicted to oxycodone for 5 years. I swear to God, Kat, you scratch that, I'm gonna throw you through the fucking window. Anyway, so she gets me addicted to oxycodone for 5 years. I'm up to $200 a month. When I had my neck surgery, I have a steel cage around my neck with two pins. I had a plate in my shoulder that this wacko doctor in Spokane had put in to hold my collarbone together. And he literally, I swear to God, he went to Ace Hardware to get the freaking screws. I still have them in a bag in my purse. But the I want to actually. I'm going to show y'all. I do have them, so hang on. I've never actually shown anyone these screws. These are the screws that were in my shoulder that this wacko quacko doctor put in, and yeah, it's Just give me 1 second here. I know I could be a little long-winded and boring, but anyway, yeah, so this here is what he put in my shoulder. And you see it's a little metal plate. It is titanium, which he almost didn't even do titanium because 2 seconds before I'm wheeled into surgery, he comes to pat me on my shoulder and go, "Okay, everything's going to be okay. Any last minute things, any allergies?" And I'm like, "Well, just the metal." "What? Oh, what? Oh, we might not be able to do the surgery if you're allergic to metal." I'm like, I put that in my chart like 15 different times. Told you every time I come in here. Oh, they had to search the hospital to see if they had titanium. So they did find this, but these are the screws they put in. They're all different sizes. I swear to God, it looks like they just went to frickin' Ace Hardware to get these damn screws. They started popping through my skin and coming out. So I go to see another orthopedic surgeon, and the first thing he says when he comes in, he sits down and he turns on his little computer screen, and it pops up my x-ray. And before he could even stop himself, he's like, "Oh my God, who did this to you?" And then clammed right up and wouldn't even talk about it anymore. So it's like, I think I probably would have had a lawsuit against that old quacko wacko. I should have had a lawsuit against several of these doctors, but try to sue a fucking doctor. Yeah. Attorneys, another thing. Worthless ass fucking ambulance chasing attorneys never want to do anything because litigation will cost them so much. They just don't want to go after anybody. So, back to that. I'm on death's door. I'm almost dead. The doctor just cuts me off cold turkey. I'm on 200 a month of oxycodone. I start flopping around. I don't even know what's happening to me because I didn't realize that I'd become so addicted to the oxycodone over the years. And I mean, I was literally, I couldn't walk. My ex-husband had to carry me to the bathroom, hold me up so I could even go to the toilet or stand in the shower. I couldn't even stand up, take a shower. He had to hold me up. And so I'm within death's door. I'm flopping around. I don't know what's wrong. I'm in the emergency room over, I don't know, 50 times in a couple weeks. The emergency room doctor said I had been in the emergency room more than any other human being on the planet. I mean, that's kind of a weird analogy, but that's what he said. And and nobody, none of the thing is even when I was going to the emergency room, none of them would even tell me what I was going through. They wouldn't even tell me, oh, you're going, damn it, cat. They wouldn't even tell me that I'm going through withdrawals. If they'd at least told me that, I could have known what was happening to me and I could have used my own brain to help myself. But I didn't know. And every time I'd go to the emergency room, they'd be like, oh, well, we're not a doctor, or we're just a band aid. We can't help you. And they just give me all these different kinds of medications, more medicine, more pills, Valium, fucking this Seroquel, this, that, the other, all this stupid shit. They gave me this one medication in the emergency room one night because I couldn't sleep. I'm going through withdrawals, which I didn't know at the time, but I couldn't sleep. I mean, I'm just sitting there and I'd be like, I'd try to sleep and I'd be like, my eyes would close. I'd kind of drift off, like every 2 seconds, like this. And I mean, I was twitching. I don't even know what's wrong with me. I hadn't slept in fucking weeks, more than maybe a second at a time, you know? So they give me this medication and shit, and I take it. It's supposed to, calm me down and help me sleep. It don't. So I take another one. I took like one or two more. The next day I go to the emergency room. I'm like, this crap is not working. And the doctor looks at it. He's like, oh my God, how many did you take? I'm like, I don't know, two or three, whatever. And he's like, this stuff is like hardcore. I don't remember the name of it offhand, but I just remember what he told me. He's like, if you overdose on this, you're dead. He says this medication is so hardcore that if you take one or two pills too much, you can overdose. And if you are not in the emergency room the minute you overdose, you're dead. I'm like, oh my God, it would have been nice if somebody had told me this. No, you fucking assholes. I mean, that's when I realized, fuck it, I'm gonna die. These doctors are not gonna save me. Nobody's gonna save me. No one's gonna break down my door. White shining knight in white shining armor gonna come in and save my ass. I was up to 260 pounds. I couldn't walk. I'm on death's door. So I decide one day I wake up and I'm like, you know what, Jennifer, no one's gonna save you. You gotta save yourself. I get up and I made one lap to the sliding glass door and back to my bed. The next day, I did 2 laps. And every day I did more. I mean, I swear to God, after like 3 or 4 weeks, I was up to like 100 some laps. I'm in my stupid single wide shitty trailer doing these laps from one, it's 70 feet long. So, boom, boom, boom. I turn the music on and I do these little stupid steps and then I do these little games like, okay, when you get to the sliding glass door, spin to the right. Okay, go to the other side, spin to the right. Now when you go back, spin to the left, and stupid little games like that, switch, to make it not so boring. But that's literally how I saved my own self. And that's when I started getting strong enough to really see the big picture with my husband and finally left him. So, back to Scientology. Oh my God. So I leave my old man in May. I come over here. Like I said, it's been 6 months now. I'm trying to get on my feet. I'm trying to, I did get the Subway job. Yay! So I'll be starting at Subway this week. Like I said, it's minimum wage. You could get up to $15 an hour, by being a store manager or something, which, that's a possibility. I mean, I could probably live off that. But with my skills, I should thinking I should get up to about $20 an hour. So eventually, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna check out Costco, some other things, whatever, the casino, whatever. But I need to go someplace where there's abilities to move up because yeah, I'm worth a hell of a lot more than that. But it's a start, so I could test the waters, see if I can stand on my feet for 8 hours, get used to punching a time clock and dealing with young, stupid people probably telling me what to do or who knows what, but hey, it's all good. I can shut my mouth and pretend like I'm dumb and they're smarter and, let them feel good about themselves. It's all good. Anyway, so a couple weeks ago, I was telling, because I've told my son the story. I've told lots of people the story about how the Scientologists were always sending me those notes for years. And literally 2 weeks ago, I was sitting at my mom's house at her kitchen table. I do live on her property, but I have my RV, so we don't live in the same house. Can't do it. My mom and I don't get along that well. Anyway, so I'm sitting at her table and I'm like, hey, Mom, hey, I was just thinking about this thing about the Scientology. Did I ever tell you how they used to send me notes, like how I took their test when I was 18, and then for years they'd send me notes every 6 months to a year? And she's like, no. So I told her the story about it. This was literally 2 weeks ago. I shit you not. Yesterday, or the day before, we go to get the mail, and there's these two letters in there. They're both addressed to me from the Church of Scientology, okay? And they had the address here. I did turn in an address like 2 months ago. Literally the same time I was telling my mom the story. Actually, it was about 2 months ago. No, okay, it was 2 weeks ago I was telling my mom the story about it. It was 2 months ago that I decided to get on my feet. It was about 2 months ago that I started doing these videos and whatnot. So anyway, I'm just tripping because it's like, wow, I just turned in my change of address for, and how would they have even found me? Because it wasn't a rerouted letter from my old address. It was addressed to this address. So somehow they got this address, and there were two of them. Both of them were addressed to me, not to my mom, not to current resident, not to my son. Both of them to me, Jennifer Lauren, not Jennifer Paxton. And the thing is, I just changed my driver's license 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I went into the driver's license place because my driver's license is coming up for renewal, and I changed it from Paxton back to Lauren. 2 days ago. So how the hell did they get the name Jennifer Lauren, get this current address, and send me these notes, these things? It's really weird. It's tripping me out big time. Is it because they know I left my husband finally? Because my husband's a dumb idiot. These people. I know they search out people who are intelligent and strong. That's the power of the mind is their big thing. And so, did they stop contacting me because I married that dumb douchebag? And now they know that I'm away from him and they finally found me? Did they find my videos? Because I've only been doing the videos for 2 months. And because I had 2 new subscribers and I don't know who they are. Because when people subscribe to my channel, it doesn't show me their names or anything. It just says new subscriber. Um, Hey, so subscribe, Damaged Goods. Just go to YouTube and put in Damaged Goods, the title, one of the titles to my videos, because otherwise, well, actually, if you're watching this video, all you have to do is hit subscribe. Duh, sorry, just woke up. I had a brain fart. Here I am talking about the power of the mind, and I just said something really completely stupid. Awesome, but I'm human. I do. I do that. And like I said, I've said in other videos how I took an IQ test when I was in 5th grade and I scored 152. Yeah, and I've smoked weed. One of the reasons I smoke weed is because to calm me down, because I'd probably be a serial killer. If not, I have a button that says if it weren't for weed, I'd be a serial killer. It's not a fucking joke. It's mainly for my temper and for sleeping. It calms me down. But in reality, I hate fucking potheads. I think potheads are stupid assholes. I don't hang around with other potheads at all. So I often wonder if I'd never started smoking weed, if I had been brought up by the right people and had the right mentors, the right guidance, I could have been the first female president. Hillary, I'd make a better president even now, even in the way I am, even with my education level that I have right now, I'd still make a better president than her. So just imagine what I could have done with the proper mentors, the proper guidance. Wow. I mean, wow. And I'd be right along with a lot of their beliefs and everything else. I'm sorry, but I do believe in this. I believe that the strong should rule. I believe that there should be population control. That stupid people should not be allowed to breed. I do believe that some people are meant to rule and others are meant to serve. That's just the way it is. A lot of people aren't barely smart enough to take their dog leashes off and be called humans and walk upright on two legs. So it is what it is. I didn't create it. It's the way it is. Anyway, I'm really tripping out about this. Someone's been watching me. They have been keeping tabs on me. Someone very powerful. Hence how they got my address here so quickly. And now they seem to know that I left my retarded husband. They seem to know that I'm working on getting my inner strength back. I don't know. Maybe I'll go down and visit them and talk to them. I know that there's a lot of flack in like stories, all the nonsense, South Park making fun of Tom Cruise. In fact, when I called my mom last night and I'm like, Mom, remember how 2 weeks ago I was telling you about the Scientologists sending me those notes for years and years and like keeping tabs on me? And I said, you're the one who got the mail and you made that joke about, oh, are you going to join the Church of Scientology? I'm like, did it not click in your head that I just told you 2 weeks ago about that story and now I'm getting these notes again? Duh, do 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 do. And she's like, oh well, if you see Tom Cruise crawling around under your RV, I'm like, really, Mom? I really don't think Tom Cruise is gonna be climbing around under my RV. That's just fucking stupid. But whatever. And then there's the stories. I mean, I did watch the Dateline stories and all that about, the come here, you destructive little furball. I'll put you outside in a minute. Anyway, I did watch all the stories about the crazy. They make you go to this place and they keep you from your families, and the families almost like the Mormons when they get excommunicated. They won't let you have any contact with your family members or any of this other nonsense. But I don't know. I mean, there is a possibility that those, because I don't trust the media. They lie every minute, every day. Damn near everything that you see on TV is a fucking lie, or it's stretched, or changed, or redone to fit their agenda. So, maybe the stories were a bunch of bullshit, and maybe these families that aren't contacting these people who left the church, maybe they really just don't want to. Maybe they really just have decided that those people aren't as smart and can't keep up, and even because think about it, if they're finding intelligent people, and they're not going to win every time. They're going to get some that aren't quite on the ball like they thought. So these people eventually over time or just can't keep up, can't hold up to their end of the deal, their responsibilities, whatever. And so things start not going so well for him. Like the old dude that Dateline did the special about, he was really powerful in church for a long time. And oh yeah, his kid, his son is like the head dude now. And so, but he's excommunicated and his son won't speak to him and blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe the old dude just lost his edge. Maybe he just started doing stupid shit and embarrassing everybody, and maybe there was a real legitimate reason that this guy just don't want to talk to his dad anymore. I don't know. I mean, there's a whole lot more going on there that you ain't seeing in the stupid Dateline special, that's for sure. So, and I am one that knows exactly how society can turn against you, how everybody can lie, the newspapers, anybody, whatever, bias bullshit, and it just follows you everywhere. And no, so I know how that can happen. And once somebody decides that they want to slam somebody in the church for whatever reason, like this dude's dad, if they can get the news people behind them, like Nightline or whatever else, then they can make everybody believe their shit. So, who knows? Who knows what the actual truth is? But I am definitely one who likes to make my own decisions and decide for myself. Yeah, that's part of getting my inner strength back. So I don't know. I think I might go downtown to Seattle there and check it out. At the very least, I'm really fucking curious as to who's been keeping tabs on me for all this time. It's really tripping me out. So, all right, well, have a good day, and I gotta go throw this fur ball outside so she'll stop trying to sharpen her claws on my house. And I get her scratching posts and stuff, and of course, you know how finicky, spoiled, rotten fur balls are. They'll use it for a week, and then it's boring, and they don't want it anymore. Just hence, like places where they sleep, it lasts for about a week, and then they don't like it anymore. Yeah, furball. You're definitely the last one I'm ever gonna have. All right. Have a good day, everyone.